Welcome to day one of getting 4 to 5 figure deals without the overwhelm, even if you don't have an offer or a list of prospects yet. We are going to cover all that stuff for you in the next 10 days. But today we are going to start with the most important part, which is the offer and finding people who can afford your offer. You want to make them an offer that they cannot refuse. And with us, we have the amazing John Logar. Hey, John.
Hey, Yafat, good to be here, and thank you for those who are joining the live stream, the Zoom here. I'm super excited to be launching this series because we have 10 days of actionable items to help you to get 4 and 5 figure sales. And like Yafat says, the first area that we need to be starting is we've got to make an offer, like we've got to get to the offer. But before we make the offer, we've kind of got to understand one of the challenges that people have. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch on my slides to walk you through a little bit of a presentation to give you some structure and to be able to apply this. You should be able to download a worksheet that's in the consultingrocket.tv/live. If you go to where my finger is pointing, there's a place you can actually download the worksheet for today. And then I'm just going to share my screen. So we're just going to head over here. And we have, so it all starts with an offer. But if we're going to have an offer, we want to make sure that our offer is a compelling one and one that solves a problem. So you might be asking, how do we find that problem, or how do we go about solving a problem? One of the things that I would do is always look to the most hidden website on the planet, and it's called Google, right? The reason why it's the most hidden website on the planet is the obvious place to find problems. And what I mean by that is you want to be looking for people who are already spending money on the offer or the type of service that you provide. And you want to look at who's offering that service. You want to look at who's buying that service. You want to look at how much they're charging for that service and what they're representing out there, because this will give you a quick indication of where the money's at. You know, there's a famous story of John Dillinger, the bank robber, where he was interviewed. He was like the Robin Hood of his day, where he was interviewed by a reporter, and the reporter said, look, you rob banks, you get caught, you go to jail, you escape from jail, you go and rob banks, you get caught. Why do you rob banks? And John Dillinger's response to that was, because that's where the money is. So you want to find problems where the money is, and the fastest way to find problems is where are people spending the money, and you can find that on Google. Who's advertising? Because anybody who's advertising wants to generate leads. Who is posting content? Crafting content, spending money on content. They're wanting to generate an audience and engage. Who's spending money on Facebook ads? Who's spending money on Instagram ads? Who is spending money on LinkedIn ads? Who is spending money in mainstream media, TV, newspapers, magazines, billboards? Anybody that's directing people to a website from other mainstream sources. All these people are trying to solve the problem of acquiring and attracting clients. So it all starts with the offer, and you need to be offering often, and you want to be consistent in your offers, right? If you want your business to grow, you've always got to be offering. You always got to be opening the door to generating customers. The biggest mistake that most people make in agencies is they don't offer enough. And one of the questions I often ask people is, that, hey, if you're how many people did you speak to in the last 30 days? Or how many appointments have you had? And oftentimes the average numbers that I get back are 0, or I get back 2 or 3. And I go, so out of the appointments you generated, how many clients you bring on? And most people say 1 or none. And if you're going 30 days in your business without bringing on a customer, then you're going to be struggling in your business. So one of the things you want to be consistent at is you want to be consistent in putting out your offers to your ideal audience, sharing with them that you can solve their problem or provide a benefit to them, so you can maximize your opportunity to generate sales. So clarity is key, right? So what is the problem you're solving? So for example, if I was looking at the physical therapy space, one of the big problems is referrals from doctors and hospitals are diminishing, they're dropping. So the problem we're solving is direct access to patients. We want to bring you direct access to patients so you don't have to be reliant upon referrals anymore, right? So what is the problem, right? It might be you're dealing with insurance companies, and the insurance company needs prospects to invest in their commercial insurances. So one of the things that you might do is we filter and look for people, business people only, or we only target business owners who require protection insurance at a commercial level. And so what we're trying to do is identify those customers, provide an offer and bring those customers to your insurance brokerage. So what problem are you solving? It might be a lead management thing. You might be managing leads. They say you're spending all this money on advertising, but if we can automate your sales, if we can follow up more effectively, if we can educate, answer questions and do those sorts of things, we can solve that problem of improving your conversions, right? What is the best solution? The best solution is your solution. So how does your solution solve that problem or solve the problem in the marketplace? Who will benefit the most? So biggest question is, if I've got an idea and I know that it works and I know that it can get a result, what types of businesses would benefit the most from my idea? Because I want to be sharing that idea with those businesses and making an offer, right? What's the best result that I can help them get? So you might have case studies. You might have one client that you've actually hit it out of the park with and got amazing results, and you want to go to the market and say, hey, I've built this system and we're getting this result and it's amazing. And if you're this type of business, then I can share with you or show you exactly how to do exactly the same thing. Or I work with a resource partner who does all my fulfillment. They manage hundreds of clients and they're getting results every single week by applying their systems and strategies. And this is my team that I use to help fulfill or solve your problem. So how do we help them? What is the best result that we can get them? So for example, in Breakthrough at our agency, the one that I work with and in, we have our thing is we're generating over $5.5 million of patient revenue per month, and we generate 9,000 patient opportunities every single month to the business for 260 practices right across North America. Right. So, how can we, what is the best result that we can get them is we can get them paid plan of care, and we can bring them patients who are interested in investing in their services. Right. So next thing, creating a compelling offer. Right. An offer has to make sense. Right, the offer that you send to people has to be relevant to them. You don't want a generic offer. You don't want to say things like, we want to bring you more customers. Like, for example, one of the things that I talked about is for the physical therapy market, referrals are dropping. So instead of relying on referrals, we want to be able to give you direct access to patients to bypass the referral process. Right, so we're being very specific, and it kind of makes sense. Right, time sensitive. Hey, we want to be doing this now, not in 2 months, not in 3 months time. The idea is to build a strategy that's going to start generating those results for you now. So if you're ready to go, let's go. Right, quantity availability. You might make an offer of, we only want to help 3 or 4 people to implement this strategy right now. We've got a team that's ready to go. So if you want to take advantage and get in early, right, we've got 3 spaces right now. Right, there's another offer. Right, incentivize for action. Hey, normally we charge X amount of dollars for this, but you know what? We thought we'd give you a little bit of money towards this, and we'll give you $2,000 towards your graphic design for your website, and that way you're going to save that money, and we're going to give you a deal right now. If you're ready to go, we want to help 3 or 4 people, and the investment, instead of it being $20,000, it'll be $18,000. So if you're ready to go and you want to take advantage, you want to be one of the first 3, jump in now. So an incentivized offer for action. Right, so fastest way to create offers is understand these 4 key factors. This comes from I believe Dan Sullivan was one of the people that I taught it to. One of my mentors, Taki Moore, taught it to me or shared it with me. But it's a really cool grid. You want to look at the fears, the wants, the frustrations, the wants, the fears, and aspirations. So for example, if I was working with a physical therapist, their fears are right now referrals are diminishing. Another fear is lots of competition opening up, chiropractors, osteopaths, all these other competitors, acupuncturists, functional medicine doctors, other doctors, they're my competitors, they're opening up all around me. So fear of competition or frustration of the competition not being the first choice. And another frustration would be that nobody knows. There's no identity or brand of that practice in the marketplace as a leading healthcare provider. So these are frustrations that a physical therapist might have. And if you think an insurance broker, what are the frustrations? Not enough leads coming in, poor qualifying of leads. Again, the competition might be a frustration, right? But then the fear, if we allow our frustration to continue and referrals diminishing, competition getting tight, and we allow those fears our frustrations to compound, the fear is we have to downsize, we have to lay people off, we have to move to a smaller location, or we have to shut things down and go and work for my competition as an employee. right? These are the fears, right? The wants are the opposite of the frustration. So, for example, if 50% of your referrals are down, then imagine if we can supplement that by getting direct access to patients to eliminate the referral process, right? So from frustration, the frustration is the exact opposite to the want. The want is the want. So this will give you, this list of ideas will give you things that you could send out to people based on their frustrations and based on their wants and based on their fears and based on their aspirations to be able to engage you. So I'm going to share with you a couple of campaigns in just a moment on what you can do to offer something that's going to grab people's attention and want to speak to you. That's the whole purpose of this process. There's two things you want to do. You either want a customer to spend money immediately, buy this, buy now, click the link, merchant link, buy this now, or you want to sit down and have a conversation with your client to see if they are a qualified fit for you to be able to help them to invest in your services. And you want to be offering often, daily, if you can, daily. You can send out offers every single day. The people that I work with in Consulting Champions are sending offers every single day, and some of those people are making sales every single day, and a lot of those people are making appointments every single day because they are consistently offering to the marketplace. So that if you offer often, because they can't buy anything unless you offer it, if that makes sense, right? So next part of this journey, what are positive results that people can get from buying your product or service? This is a great lead-in for an offer. So what is the best result you've ever had? So for example, you might be working with a lawyer and you're able to get them, 30 caseload inquiries, and from the 30 caseload inquiries, they were able to close 10 of them, and those 10 added another $30,000 or $40,000 in legal fees with your strategy. So one of the things you could go out to is say, hey, I'm currently working with a lawyer. We've built this system that's generating about $30,000 of case revenue every single month. I'd love, if you're interested in this idea or interested in looking at the system that we're using to get this caseload and you have capacity for more cases, can we get on what's the best phone number that I can contact you on so we can talk about how this might apply to your law practice? There's a campaign of the best results I've ever had with a lawyer, right? Best results you've ever seen. So it might not be your result. It could be somebody else's result. You can say, hey, there's a fundamental process to getting amazing results. Let me walk you through. If I can share with you the top performing landing page right now that is converting chiropractic patients for chiropractic appointments, and I can show you the top performing ad with the ad spend and the keywords and the targeting. If I can share that with you from our research, are you interested in having a look at how we can apply the same strategy for you? Reply yes to this email, right? Or reply yes to this Facebook post, or reply yes to this text message, right? So you can do the best results you've ever seen. An example case study of yours or someone else's. Hey, we've been working with a particular client and we've been working with a lot for some time now, and here's the process that we've gone through to be able to help them achieve that outcome. If you're interested in looking at perhaps achieving a similar outcome or a better one, and you're ready to do something about it, why don't you reply yes to this email, and so we can talk about it. Or you might say, hey, let's reverse engineer something that's already working. There's a software called iSpionage, like espionage, like spying. This is iSpionage.com. You can take a URL. If you look at Google Ads, you can take the URL from Google, copy and paste it into the search bar of iSpionage, and it'll extract the landing page, the keywords, the sales copy, the best performing ads based on cost per click, how much budget or how much money they're spending on the campaign. And so you can get an idea from really good quality working campaigns. And so what you could do is say, hey, I've got the top 3 performing campaigns in the plumbing market to get emergency plumbing customers. If you're interested, I'll show you the top performing pages, the top performing ads, and the top performing keywords. If you're interested, just reply to this email if you want actual people to inquire about your emergency plumbing services. So there's another simple campaign. It's not your case study. You're saying, hey, here's the best of what the market has to offer, or here's the best strategy that's working right now. Can I show you how this works? And if you're interested, I can show you how we implement this. So there is another great offer that you can use. You can use your case study, or you can share a case study that is currently working. Now, you're never going to say to the client that I did this for a client. What you're saying is, hey, I know how this works, and I've deconstructed the best campaigns so that I can apply this to businesses like yours. So if you're interested in having us apply this strategy to help you get those results to improve the opportunity you got right now, then let's talk, right? So next thing is, how can what you offer help save time or make money? right? Right now, some people are doing AdWords in-house, and their AdWord campaigns are terrible, right? So what you might do is say, hey, why don't we do an audit? Why don't we look at ways of improving or optimizing your AdWord campaign? Because the idea is, if I could save you money and get a better result, is it okay if we sit down and talk about how we can do that? And then you can sit there and go, you know what, I know your internal team, but what if we work with the internal team? We'll do the analytics, we'll do the management, and we'll run the campaigns and do the A/B split testing for you, thereby reducing your cost, increasing your conversions, and helping your team get a better result on the campaign, right? Saving them time, saving them money, or making them money, right? How can you help them save time? And how can you help them make money? To actually execute on a successful Facebook ad campaign, there are multiple components. There's the strategy, there's the creative, there's the copy, there's the offer, there's the audience, there's the setup and the optimization of the tagging in Facebook and the management of the campaign. There's the pixel setup. There's all those components that you put into play that most people oftentimes don't optimize marketing campaigns or Facebook campaigns. So if you sat down and said, hey, we go through a 130 process step-by-step checklist to maximize the optimization of a Facebook ad campaign, so we can actually identify scalable campaigns that get better results, right? Would you like to utilize our system, save all that time, research, effort, and energy, right? But more importantly, get a much better result on your ad campaigns. If you're interested in doing that, just reply yes to this email, or give me the best phone number that I can contact you on. 2 calls of action. If you're going to send out an offer, 1 call to action, just reply with your best phone number that I can contact you on, or the other call to action, just reply yes. Now, if they do reply yes, you want to be actually following those people up immediately. Don't wait an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. You need to be following them up within 5 or 10 minutes of them replying, because that's when they're interested, or you've piqued their interest to want to talk to you. So if you want to improve your conversions, you want to grab people within that first hour. That's going to dramatically improve your ability to actually help those people buy. So quick recap. If you're going to make an offer for something that actually works, that gets a result. Either your result that you've helped with somebody, or if you're using a resource partner or somebody to fulfill, or a contractor, the results that they're getting, so that you can actually demonstrate that you can deliver an outcome. Make an offer that is relevant to the market. So make sure that you understand their frustrations, their wants, their aspirations, and their fears, because you can use this in your campaign, because it means that you understand the market and you are speaking to the market. And if you're looking for products that sell, or a service that sells, look to what people are already investing in and look at how much they're investing. That's going to give you an idea of niche markets to go after. That's going to give you an idea of the types of services that you can offer that are attractive. That's going to give you an idea of who is actually buying and investing at a higher level in the marketplace. And you can actually do that intelligence very quickly online. So this is what you've got to do. These are some of the things you can do. And I've actually crafted half a dozen compelling offers in this training. Yafat, I'm happy to answer questions. If you've got a question, or if you want me to clarify something, let's do this.
Yeah, and so let me see me. I don't see me. I think you need to.
I'm just going to. I'm going to stop sharing.
Yeah,
get back into the screen here. Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, right. And so I think tomorrow we are going to talk about how to find the prospects that want to buy the 4 or 5 figures. So today we talked about the offer and how to craft the offer. And tomorrow we are going to dive deep into finding the prospects and actually connecting with them, so that on day 3 we can start engaging with them. So what we want you to do today is go to that secret website, Google, find an offer that that people cannot refuse, find the problems that people are trying to solve, and come tomorrow so we can help you find the prospects that can buy 4 to 5 figure deals.
I'm going to show you where you can find people who are already spending tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars in marketing, that understand that they need to make that investment. So it's much easier for you to be able to connect and engage. And I'm going to share with you a really cool strategy on getting people who've got really big budgets, who are open to sitting there and listening to you. So if you hop in the training tomorrow, we're going to make sure to identify a buying customer, not somebody who's lowballing, somebody who understands the value of marketing, somebody who has the capital to invest in what you're asking to invest, so that you can get them the best possible results with the service that you're providing.
And all of that, mañana, same place, same time, consultingrocket.tv/live. We'll see you there. Thanks.
Thank you.